Well, we're here before the show at the Firestone in Orlando with Unwritten Law, so thank you guys so much for doing this, and I'm going to just pass the mic around, and if you guys can just introduce yourselves, and then we'll get started.
Scott.
Dylan.
Steve.
PK.
The last time I saw you guys was probably, I'm guessing, '95 on the Taylor Steele, one of the video tours that he did in Orlando. Yeah, and that was actually, I wanted to let you guys know that you guys and like bands like Pennywise were the bands that actually got me interested in punk rock music. Okay. So in the whole Warped Tour fascination.
That was actually our first tour outside of California. The Focus tour was us and Pennywise and Sprung Monkey, I think.
That's right, Sprung Monkey was
Blink
there.
on it? Yeah. Were you in Sprung Monkey at the time?
You know, since you guys have been around, you know, for over little over 2 decades, what band has been the most fun for you guys to tour with of all the, you know, shows that you guys have done?
We have lots of friends and lots of bands. Like I love this band Grimsman from Australia. They're like our sister band. Love playing with them. I like playing with No Doubt because it was fun to watch Gwen every night. And who else?
Pennywise always had the element of danger, so that's fun.
Yeah, that was a little bit too much fun for me, for my blood. Who else? Who else is rad to tour with? It was like, fuck yeah, like.
Bulls is pretty good.
Friends with bands anyhow, you know.
Yeah. You know, Authority Zero, we're on tour with them right now, and they're really, really cool dudes, and they fucking melt faces and shit, so they're cool.
If money wasn't an option, who would you guys love to go on tour with? And they couldn't say no.
Unwritten Law. No, I just like playing with my band personally. I don't give a fuck who plays with us.
I back that.
But how would you describe your music? You know, if people haven't heard, you know, you guys since Blue Room, how would you describe Swan to them? Because it's definitely not just straight up punk rock anymore.
I just think that it's fun rock and roll with fangs, and it's serious without fucking being serious. Like everything's so fucking just synthetic right now, and nothing has any real fucking like meat to it. And I think that's what we would like to believe. That's what we wrote, is something with real fangs and real soul, and something that's real fun and in such a sterile time in music.
How have your fans, you know, that started with you guys, you know, back from the beginning, how have they, you know, handled the transition as far as the style?
I think for us, like, you know, I think that's what's given us our longevity, is we never really fucking cracked, you know, we never got stuck in any format. We never really fucking like peaked. So for us, like, our fans have grown with us because we, like you said, we've been together for almost 2 decades. That being said, as we've come a long way as artists and as songwriters and as a band, so we've had multiple changes and influences throughout that 20-year career. That being said, it's like fucking, you know, I mean, it just is what it is. Like, you know, we've been together for a long time, and we're doing it how we do it. And I think that's what's given us our longevity with our fans as well, is that people have grown with us. You know what I'm saying? It's like when we started, like you said, and like, you know, came to our show in '95 or '96 out here. No, we were very much a just straightforward punk rock band then. And you know, people change, and music changes, and art changes, and we definitely don't ever want to paint the same picture twice, and that's really kind of a focal point with this band, is we never fucking do the same thing twice, and that's what's given us our longevity, and it's given us, like, you know, the ability to play for so long. But it's probably also the reason why we haven't snapped and fucking gone, you know, super fucking ultrasonic, you know.
Oh, that's good. It keeps it fresh for you guys too, as well as the fans. I mean, you don't get bored with your own music.
Yeah, it's like, fuck, man, if I have to, you know, fuck, yeah, what you said.
Well, what band or musician in your collections would people be surprised to see if they're flipping through your CDs or your iPod or whatever?
Michael Bublé.
Yeah.
I fucking love Michael Bublé. D'Antwoord. Love D'Antwoord, my favorite band.
Everything. We literally listen to everything.
Yeah.
And collectively, especially as well, too, so.
Patsy Cline. I'm on a huge Cars kick right now. God.
Everything.
Yeah, everything.
Lots of classical.
That's the root of everything. I mean,
It is.
You guys had that album cover design contest. How did you feel that went over as far as the fan participation?
I mean, we got a lot of really good submittals, or you know, submissions. So, yeah, it was cool. You know, it's just cool to see everyone actually want to do it. You know, like in their artistic vision of what they feel, you know, the album was or whatever. So, it came out really, really cool.
Yeah, that's what we tried to do. Is we definitely didn't want to, when we put out we when we had the contest for it, we didn't want to give him any kind of fucking like direction as of what we wanted Swan to look at. So we got a lot of fucking cool shit, a lot of trippy shit, a lot of shit across the board. There was 3 that we really fell in love with that we couldn't actually even come to an agreement on, and so we kind of like took the simplicity of one, took the fly from another one, and kind of just fucking meshed everything together to create what is Swan now. But yeah, it was amazing to to have the fans be a part of that.
Yeah, because didn't one of them wasn't one on the actual the CD, and then one was for downloads, and I think you guys did it something
and initially,
like that.
before the record came out, we had one of them for physical pre-releases, we had one of them for digital pre-release, and then we had another one for something else.
Okay, well, that's very cool though.
Yeah, it was fun.
And now, what about social media? I noticed you guys. Do you do Twitter and Facebook, or I saw a feed going on one of the Warped Tour site on the Warped Tour website.
Yeah, absolutely. Twitter, Facebook, it's all good. I mean, I think we've definitely been trying to take advantage of everything, every kind of possible outlet that we can, I mean, shit, I know that my favorite bands or musicians or whatever, if I want to know if they're getting a goddamn Slurpee or getting a goddamn beer, I want to know about it, And so I should be tweeting right now. We're in a dope-ass interview.
I want to know where they're getting their 7-gram rocks at.
Bam, I mean, that's just it.
Bang. No, but yeah, so they've set us up, Facebook, they as in God, has set us up Twitters and Facebooks and shit. So it's fun, and we get to connect with the fans, and that's always good,
How many times have you guys played Warped Tour?
I want to say 3 in the U.S., and 1 Australian and 1 European? Or was it 2 in the U.S.?
We're doing 4 or 5 times around the world.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but our last time was in 2000, I believe. Yeah, so we haven't been out there for a while,
Yeah, I mean, and like Pennywise, I would definitely consider you guys, veterans, and it's nothing new. Warped Tour is definitely something you guys are, you've had a handle on it. But is there any?
I wouldn't call it a handle.
well, is there for example, when you guys go on there, are there 3 items in particular that it's a necessity that people wouldn't even think about? If a brand new band was going on Warped Tour, what are 3 items that you're man, I make sure I pack these 3 things to make it through Warped Tour and not,
Lab coat, goggles, and a Bunsen burner.
Toothbrush, baby wipes, clean undies.
I just take Dylan's stuff, so whatever he brings, I use.
Hot sauce and baby wipes.
And a bottle of anything.
Have you guys seen the bands that are coming to Warped Tour playing alongside you guys this year? I mean, if so, is there anybody in particular that you're looking forward to seeing?
I'm looking forward to seeing Yellow Wolf. I'm a fan of Yellow Wolf.
Agrolites.
Yellow Wolf and Agrolites.
I haven't heard of any of the bands on there. So.
Oh yeah, and our homie Big B's playing too. I guess we have to put it up for him. He's big. He'd beat the fuck out of us if we didn't say his name. Big B.
Besides Warped Tour, what else are you guys doing after this tour wraps up?
We are going to shoot a video for Nevermind, our next single. We are going to do a couple one-offs before Warped. And what else do we have going on? Just press.
Yeah, press, that kind of stuff. You can't really do too much before Warped because
they actually lock you up.
Yeah, so we're gonna just hang out and be awesome, pretty much.
Yeah, we're gonna be fucking dope for a minute.
Yeah, well, do you take some time just to relax too at home before you hit the road? I guess.
Yeah.
Just take it easy.
What are you gonna do while we're relaxing?
Working.
Boring.
Working. I know. Lastly, what message do you have for your fans?
Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening for as long as you have, and can't wait to fucking see you very soon. Swan. Motherfuckers.
Ditto.
Ditto.
Yep.
Fucking bam. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.